Hello guys and welcome to a new music class with Miguel. Today we're going to learn two new bass exercises, okay? And these are going to be very important because we're going to be learning what octaves are, okay? It's very important. Okay, so in the first exercise we have simple octaves on over these chords, over the G chord, the A chord, the C chord, and then again over the G chord. What exactly is an octave? For example, if you have right here, if you see it right here on the first bar, this note right here is a G, and this note is also a G, but they have different pitch. Okay, so that is an octave. So when you play one G, this is the low G, and this is the high G. Okay, that is an octave. It's an interval called the octave. Okay, okay, there you go. Why octave? Because if you count from G to G, you will count 8 notes. G, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. 8 notes, okay? So in this one, you're going to be using, for the lower octave, you're always going to use your index finger, your first finger. And for the higher note of the octave, you're going to be using your pinky, okay? Do not use your finger 3. Why? Because in a bass is bigger, the frets are wider, so it might be a little bit uncomfortable and not very logical to be using this stretch in your hand. So you will see everyone playing the bass that the octaves are going to be played with the pinky, okay? And you will keep that form wherever you play it. For example, the G, you do it here. When you go to the A, you do it here. You move the shape 2 frets up. Then you do the C 3 frets up, and then you go back to G. Okay? Now, let's use the online metronome. Okay? I'm gonna do it at, let's do 100 BPM. Okay? Not very fast, but not very slow. So you can hear it. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and again. Okay? Notice that also that I'm using in my right hand these 2 fingers. Always use the index and the middle finger and alternate them. So when you play the lower note of the octave, you use the index. When you play the higher note, use the middle, like this. Also, when you are playing the octave on your left hand, when you play this, you are not pressing the other octave. But when you play this, again, you're not also playing here. Because in the bass, if you keep this pressed, it's going to sound both together, and that's not going to sound good in the bass. In the guitar, it passes, but in the bass, it's going to sound very muddy and awful. So don't do that, okay? So you play, but when you play the higher part of the octave, this one is released. Maybe not completely, but just like stop pressing, okay? Like this. Okay, so that is exercise number 1. Exercise number 2 is again going to be octave, but now they're going to have chromatic octaves. What does chromatic mean? Chromatic in music simply means moving by half steps. So if we begin here, then we move a half step up, and we keep moving by a half step. Okay, and in this exercise, we're going to begin with this shape, beginning on the 3rd fret, and we're going to move by half steps all the way up to the 10th fret. So right here, and then you keep going down. Okay, so it's going to sound like this: 1, 2, 3, and. Okay, let me use the online metronome. Okay, at 100 BPM. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and again. Okay. Now, if you want to do it more slowly, you can. So let me do it more slowly for you. Let me open again. Let me do it at 85 BPM. One, two, three, and three, four. Okay, that is exercise number 2, and those 2 exercises are going to be the ones you're going to be practicing and recording your video for your task. Okay, so practice a lot, use the metronome or use this video to do it, and try to imitate everything I do with the exact beat. You can do it either in the beat that I did before, 100 BPM, or you can do at 85 BPM. Up to you. If you can do it at 100 at a good beat, even better. Okay? So that is the video for today. Don't forget to practice a lot, record your video, and I will see you next class.